a bit more bone out that we can easily expand out if needed. Right now we're just consuming everything we're producing here. Could probably increase our fish farm. That's fine. Else. Good, so green tech is going. Bar is lacking behind. That I can actually quite easily fix. Just adding more of these in. Oops, I have used too much here. And I actually want to change the way that's working. Oh, can we go through here? Oh, that was bad. Yeah, this crawler is a bit of a thing to handle. Oh, fine. We have enough, more than enough poles. Let's just walk the rest of the way. Just over here. Because right now this is consuming until bio, but I should actually do it some other way. Say you will only input, not output. You'll only input if where's it at? This one is, let's say, above 200k. If it's not, then you'll not input anything. Want to make sure we don't run out of these. 2k gonna work. This is gonna stop when it hits 2k. That one's gonna start when it hits 2k. What if you just say you start when you hit 1.9 instead? That way it'll run when this gets too much, but if it drops below it, it will stop again. I think that'll solve it. But just add in a few more right here. To give us a small amount more. We can leave that behind now, that should be fine. Let's look at this. Biological sample is probably just because of bones as always. The rest shouldn't be any problems at all. Seeds. Oh, that's fine. Fine. Let's just craft a few myself just for the fun of it. So what can you be used? Made you before, now we have a ton. We can actually butcher you, but not for bone. But you can be butchered for other things. Blood, for example, that can turn into copper. And I can turn into 2 different kind of barrels. Immortal Sniper you see here. Does that make sense? That gives that out. this one gives something else out. Huh. That's strange. Don't know if that is the way it's supposed to work. It looks wrong at least. But it's not really used for anything overly cool right now. Go to biomass though, if you want to. And the same with this one. Why can it go to both 5 and 10? So one of the blots, there's something with the blot here that's not correct. At least it feels like it's completely wrong. Because if I can change one of them into this one, just by putting in barrels. Huh, that's something I'll have to talk with the mod author about. Or at least link him this part of the video. So I can't really use you for anything yet. I mean, screen science is pretty much the only thing we can go for. Going on over here. Didn't I upgrade you? Go as fast as possible. But Coke can't keep up. Coke can't keep up at all. Does mean we'll have to do a second one of these. As long as we have enough, what's it called? Coal to support it. But not the case either. W, that means we'll have to double this one. Or at least get some of the other thing used. That might actually be a good thing to go for. What are you used for? Raw coal, stage 2. That is actually one I pretty much want to get. Actually before this one. Because that way I can get more coal out, which is actually lacking quite a bit at the moment. This is just missing the boat. How's this going? That's going fine. Should we just expand it out one more? We also need to what's called watch out for the amount of food we're making over here. Because we need quite a bit more to run our entire base. Okay, let's just do this. Let's landfill in this little mass right here. And then get this up and running a bit better with orc food. Or maybe move these two into another one. Oh, thank you so much for joining, man. It's always nice having you here. And yeah, do catch up on the VODs as well. I'll try to keep them coming at a steady pace. So thank you so much for joining, man. I'll see you later. Landfill. Perfect. Can I do this from the air? That's what I'm hoping. What if I just take this part to need the steam. What if I do 1, 2, and then have the steam in between? that might actually work in our favor. Did ever set up automated factories in our mall? No, doesn't look like it. But it seems I have them already, so that should be fine. That is built. Please get you moved down there. Can I turn you from the air? Of course I can. Perfect. Please get this one here and here and there. Bit of power. Let's do this to make sure it's expandable. That should give us a lot more of what we need, and hopefully we have enough to keep it running. Can't see why not. That's at least going to give us all the orc food we need. I don't want to run out of that. There we go. I produce extremely fast. That's a little thing. So that's more orc food. That should make sure we can increase our production of science. So it is going at a somewhat decent speed. Still think it can be improved a bit. There we are. A bit more. So now we have quite a nice production here of animals. So we need 6. 1, 2, 3. We are still missing raw fiber. Is this just because this one can't produce it fast enough? That is the case, but we should have key code now. We have 200. That should give us 1,000 fiber. Oh, welcome back, Ashi. Yanashi? Yanashi. That was even pronounced correctly. Probably not. I was looking at... Oh yeah, production for... What, like raw fiber. How much are we consuming? We consume about 80. That's because we're missing things. We're producing about 50. So we will need to increase our raw fiber production a bit. We do have wood we can probably use since we have so much. So maybe giving that its own cell would not be a bad idea. Wood or one of these. So it's 10 woods can give us 9,000, 9,500 with the 48,000. And this one is going to give us with the 200 only 1,000. But I think this will be the way to go in the future. Maybe do both of them. I was quite sure I placed this one down. Well, that's fine. Just fix it. Go. That's going to give us more animals down here. And let's see here. We need 1 guan. Guan. Good. Power is fine. That's going to deliver it out in a nice orderly fashion. Stop blinking, please. It's been annoying me for a while now. that's going. Rice, fine. Mushrooms are still at a surplus. Force as well. Econch, why won't you be placed? Oh wait, you are placed. Or you're just not getting any flowers. Didn't we have 200 storage? We have 200. They're over here. Let's go up and check. It's weird why it's not. Yeah, pretty much. But it's quite nice that you can automate so many things with animals. Oh, and have you seen my crawler? It's so cool. Quite fast. Oh, that's why. It's because I'm an idiot. Placed down the wrong thing. Let's look for that one. This should probably be placed from somewhere. Oh, very much crashing into things with the crawler. It is a tank on steroids, pretty much. It is insanely fast. Let's see, will this get delivered in? It should. And we should probably double this output. As I need the fiber. And it is a renewable resource that's quite easy to get. So can I fit in this one more time? I can if I move this one up a bit or move this down a bit. What if we just do that? Kind of want to move it up one. Let's do that. Let's save these. And please move you up into the corner. Here's the seeds for you to make sure you don't overproduce again. And then we'll like to have a copy of this one. Please take that. Perfect. And let's double this production. That fits in very nicely. Let's give it one spot in between if the water can still get in. It should be able to ride there. Oh, a ton of roboports. But not any, if there's any Pyanodon ones. That's better than the standard ones, then no. There we are, so 2, 4, 5. That's 6. That will slowly get built in, giving it flowers. As soon as that is done, we'll have this times 2 in terms of production. Oh, fair enough. Oh, in that regard, no roboports yet. Oh, I'll never hit those. They are too precious to me. So how's the simple circuits look? Can we still keep up? True, never say never. We still have a surplus. And we're just missing those, but as soon as we get raw coal processing, we'll get what we need to get that running. Then we can turn all of this into fiber as well. Also a lot of Rosalia, or Releasia. But raw fiber is lacking. That is why we're doing this. Need to get them filled first before we go completely crazy. 1, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, 3 more. That'll get put in. So hopefully we can turn this into some kind of production. But it will only consume... Oh yeah, it's quite easy to do, to be honest. I'll just make sure that we only consume these if we have a surplus of, let's say, 200 in the system. That way we will never be in a problem and it will stop using it. Oh well, it probably never stop. I'll stop using it when we have 2000 raw. That might not be a bad idea, and then we can move the wood production in here as well. If that made any sense. A Mark II crawler. Does that even exist? Or are you just messing with me? There we go. So what if we just take this little part here that's using wood? Please come with me, and you can be our cornerstone even. Right there. And you'll keep producing forever, but you'll stop when we have 2000. That is correct. That is exactly what I want. And we can do double for wood. So 1, 2. Then we can copy paste this one down. And then we have this one set up for, what's it called? That production. If this goes to 2000, should the key code then go to 3000? Because that is mostly just used for the raw fibers. At least for now. I think that might be good, so let's actually... Automated wood processing, that's fine. Please give me you. Put you here on the opposite side. Right there. Looks quite good. Oh wait, let's change all of these to key code instead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should probably only do it on the first one, but that's fine. Let's change you to key code. Right there. And say you run until it's less than 3000. Until 3000 it'll output. Or to be honest, we can deactivate and say you'll only input. Probably do both. You'll input if that one is above. Let's say you want 500 in storage. That way I don't accidentally use all of it here for things. That might actually be a good way to make sure I don't make some silly mistake as to use all of these. Same with the seeds. And 3000 out. So as soon as we have 500 in storage, it'll output in and it'll keep producing until we have 3000 here. Yeah, let's try that setup. I think that will work very nicely. That means we'll just take you and do it here, here. And this might be completely overkill compared to how much key count we're producing at the moment. But yeah, that's fine. Wait, remember to request some. It's 10 at a time. They won't output them as soon as they get here. They'll just kind of wait in the chest. That means that this setup is very much done for now, and that means we have to go and look at raw coal. We just got the tier 2 process. That is looking good. You can always expand this out to do one more, but for now at least it will stay like this. That looks quite good. And how is the production? Deculk. 17, 20 a minute. It seems it might be about a bit more than 20. Yeah, exactly. If in doubt, build twice as much. Then I don't have to go back and look at it again. As long as you set your circuit conditions up correct. Oh, we should probably... Oh, that should be fine. Does it have wood in it? Does it need more wood? You can go to 70 instead. I want you to slow down, that is why. That seems somewhat good. Oh. Arc power is starting to lag a bit. Is that because they're too tired? Oh, that's 48 tired, so... This seems to be the wrong ratio. When I had it at 1 to 2, it seemed to be correct, but right now we just have tired orcs in spades. Whoa, that's not good. That does mean that we will have to move 4 of these up here together with a lot more of these. So let's just do this. You can go to here. I'd like to remove that part, and that part can come from down here. Let's try that. Let's hope we don't lose power while doing this. Oh, we did. Just wait a second then. Okay, we have to seriously watch out for our power right now. One, two, three, 5. Paradise. Need a few more. But that should at least fix all the tired ones. Hopefully, because right now we are doing too much. And we are consuming all of our fungi as well. Let's do a fungi expansion as well. When in doubt, build twice as much. Someone just told me that. So that'll be fine. We have a ton of things we need to build to make it possible, but I think it will be fine. You are missing 3. 3. It's good. Then all of these can go to Paradise and get prepared because we have 141 tired ones, and that's a bit too many. And we're probably uncaging all of them down here because they are too tired to work. But that is actually a nice buffer in terms of power, just having a ton of orcs build up. That's actually quite true. We need to get you up. You are way lower than you need to be. Luckily, steam power kicked in to save us. And food is completely fine. So are these. Yeah, seaweed's good as well. So now just to craft the things we need, you can go out and place 4 orc ones. Would you have them right here? Just kind of dismantling these would probably be the best to get them up here. Please dismantle these now. Our base is probably gonna hate it a bit when we're doing it. That's fine. Oh, and that's also because we are missing some raw fiber. How is that the case? We should hopefully be making a surplus soon. But our robots are very busy somewhere.